However, in this case, this 1974 Chevrolet Camaro is in fact abandoned at least 2 decades.
Derek Bieri, the charismatic gearhead behind ViceGrip Garage, built a massive following by breathing life into rusted classics using nothing but grit, humor, and raw determination. Yet lately, fans have noticed something unusual: missed uploads, cryptic posts, and a noticeable shift in his online presence. So, what's really going on with Derek? Has burnout finally caught up with him? Or is there something deeper happening behind the scenes? From personal trials to surprising twists, we're diving headfirst into the mystery surrounding one of YouTube's most beloved mechanics. The answers might just leave you speechless. In a world obsessed with spotless perfection and shiny new toys, Derek Bieri stands out by embracing the opposite. While most people chase after the latest models and flawless finishes, Derek rolls up his sleeves and dives into the rust and grime of forgotten cars, vehicles many would deem hopeless. Armed with nothing more than passion, perseverance, and a toolbox full of worn-out tools, he coaxes these metal relics back to life. But Derek isn't just restoring cars. He's reviving memories, stories, and machines that once seemed destined for the scrapyard. As the driving force behind ViceGrip Garage, Derek has built something much greater than a YouTube channel. He's created a movement, a celebration of grit, elbow grease, and the beauty found in imperfection. What began in the freezing garages of Minnesota has since taken root in the gentler hills of Tennessee. But this move wasn't about chasing viral success or expanding his brand. It was about aligning life with deeper values and personal priority. So, why Tennessee? For Derek and his family, the move wasn't random. They were searching for more than just a mild climate. They wanted a place where they could spend more time doing what they love, wrenching on old rides, building memories, and living life on their own terms. Tennessee's weather allowed for year-round car work, while the slower pace echoed the rhythm of the life they envisioned. It wasn't just about mechanics, it was about freedom, family, and having enough fuel, both literal and metaphorical, to keep things moving. But here's the truth. Derek's story goes beyond cars and cross-country moves. It's about the deeper pursuit of purpose and the refusal to compromise on the things that matter most. Every car he revives tells a story of second chances and resilience. In doing so, Derek inspires thousands to believe they can rebuild, not just engines, but their own lives. His work on ViceGrip Garage is more than content creation. It's a blueprint for authentic living. Through ViceGrip Garage, Derek has proven you don't need fancy tools or a pristine studio to create something meaningful. What you do need is heart, grit, and the guts to forge your own path, even if it's rough and unpaved. Whether he's coaxing a forgotten Chevy back to life or dropping nuggets of wisdom between oil changes, Derek reminds us that the best journeys aren't always smooth. They're the ones that leave you a little greasy, a little worn, but deeply fulfilled. What does Derek Bieri really do on ViceGrip Garage? What makes his work so compelling, so different? And what keeps him coming back, day after day, to revive what others would abandon? Let's take a closer look. ViceGrip Garage isn't just a YouTube channel. It's a breath of fresh air in a world driven by instant gratification and overly polished perfection. It's a bold reminder that true value isn't always sleek or new. Sometimes it's hiding under rust, buried beneath years of neglect, or slowly decaying in a forgotten field. But in Derek's capable hands, these overlooked machines don't just run again. They come back to life with heart, humor, and an unrelenting belief in second chances. Derek's craft goes far beyond mechanics. He's not just fixing engines, he's rescuing them. He's not merely rebuilding cars, he's telling stories. Every project is a narrative of patience, creativity, and resolve. It's a quiet stand against a throwaway culture where anything broken is discarded. Derek shows us the magic of doing things the hard way, of taking your time, using your hands, getting dirty, and making something truly your own. What makes ViceGrip Garage so captivating? It's more than the satisfying growl of a long-dead engine sputtering back to life. It's the sense of hope that pulses through every project. The message that even when something or someone seems too far gone, there might still be a spark waiting to ignite. Every car Derek touches carries a story. Through sweat, laughter, and the occasional roadside snack, he doesn't just fix old metal, he revives the spirit of everyone watching. People from all backgrounds tune in by the million. They're not all gearheads. Many are dreamers, searching for proof that passion still matters, that purpose can be found in the unlikeliest places, under a dusty tarp in a barn, deep within a junkyard, or hiding in a forgotten project car. Derek reminds us that sometimes the things we're ready to throw away, whether old cars, long-lost dreams, or even pieces of ourselves, just need a little care, time, and love to shine again. Derek's story isn't only about cars, it's about making bold life choices, about stepping away from the safety of the predictable path and betting on your own vision. He's living proof that with grit, humor, and the courage to act, anyone can turn a dusty dream into a roaring reality. So whether you're holding a wrench, a paintbrush, or the scattered pieces of a goal you've been too afraid to chase, let Derek's story be your ignition. Roll up your sleeves. Dive into that passion project. Because if he can revive the forgotten, so can you. One bolt, one spark, one dream at a time. Now at 40 years old, Derek Bieri continues to earn admiration not just for his skill, but for what he represents. How does he contribute to the world through his unique talents? Let's explore the kind of content Derek creates and why it resonates so deeply. Derek Bieri is the kind of guy who can take a rust-covered wreck and transform it into a rumbling beauty, and he lets the world watch every step. If the idea of classic cars getting second chances excites you, then Derek's YouTube channel is pure gold. His videos capture the raw, unfiltered reality of bringing the forgotten back to life. One of Derek's most beloved specialties is restoring classic vehicles, not just buffing them up, but truly reviving them. In one standout 2022 video, he tackled a car that hadn't moved in over 20 years. That single episode earned more than 3.5 million views, a testament to the audience's fascination with these mechanical resurrections. But it's not all about high-end restoration. Derek also shines in budget builds, making magic with limited resources. In 2019, he picked up a beat-up Chevy Monza race car. Instead of throwing cash at it, he relied on creativity, skill, and good old-fashioned elbow grease to make it drivable again. These projects show viewers that you don't need deep pocket, just determination and know-how. Another fan favorite is Derek's Car Rescue series. He searches for long-abandoned vehicles left in barns, fields, or forgotten garages and brings them back from the brink. A memorable 2021 episode featured his rescue of a 1968 Buick LeSabre. Watching him breathe new life into that classic was like witnessing history get a second chance. Derek's love for the craft beams through every shot, and it's absolutely infectious. So, who's watching all this? Derek's audience mainly consists of adults aged 18 to 45, some seasoned car buffs, others simply curious about restoration. While most viewers are from the United States, his content resonates globally. The themes of transformation, craftsmanship, and perseverance have universal appeal. His viewers tend to be regular YouTube users who enjoy learning, tinkering, and watching forgotten things come back to life. In short, Derek Bieri's channel is about more than vehicles. It's about passion, resourcefulness, and the art of giving things and people a second chance. Whether you're into classic cars, looking to build on a budget, or just love a great redemption story, Derek's content is both entertaining and deeply uplifting. Still, many wonder, how did he develop such rare problem-solving ability? Was it something he was born with, or did life teach him along the way? To answer that, we have to go back to the beginning. Derek Bieri didn't grow up surrounded by wealth or luxury. He earned his skills the hard way, with dirty hands, busted knuckles, and an iron will. Raised on a farm in Minot, North Dakota, Derek learned early on that when something breaks, you don't toss it, you fix it. If a machine stalled out in the field, you found a way to get it running again. That was just how life worked. From a young age, Derek was immersed in a culture of hands-on problem solving. His father and grandfather were practical men who didn't just pass down mechanical skills, they passed down a mindset. They taught him to improvise, adapt, and never give up. By his teenage years, Derek was already welding, fabricating, and reviving old vehicles with the confidence of someone twice his age. These lessons weren't taught in school. They were learned through countless hours in the garage, by trial, error, and repetition. Despite his natural talent, Derek initially chose a different path. Like many, he sought security and predictability. He swapped the garage for a desk and entered the corporate world. Each day became a routine of meetings, emails, and playing it safe. But beneath the button-up shirt, he was still that farm boy who loved the roar of an engine and the challenge of reviving the forgotten. The smell of grease, the sound of tools, it never left him. By 2007, Derek could no longer ignore the pull of his passion. With nothing more than a basic camera, he started filming himself rescuing cars that most had written off. His setup was bare-bone: a busted car, a garage, and a fierce love for the work. He wasn't flashy. He didn't fake drama. It was raw, honest, and deeply satisfying, and people responded. His breakthrough came when he brought a rough-looking 1969 Camaro Z28 back to life. It wasn't perfect, but it was real. No frills, no gimmicks, just pure, heartfelt restoration. And that authenticity was exactly what viewers had been waiting for. Every car Derek Bieri touches has a story. And through sweat, grit, and the occasional roadside snack, he doesn't just bring machines back to life. He reignites something deeper in the people watching. For millions of viewers, he's more than a mechanic. He's proof that passion still matters. That forgotten things, whether they're cars, dreams, or parts of ourselves, can still shine with a little care and courage. Derek's journey isn't just about chrome and carburetors. It's about taking risks, about walking away from comfort and betting on yourself. He reminds us that even the dustiest dream can roar back to life if you've got the guts to try. So whether you're holding a wrench, a paintbrush, or just the broken pieces of a dream, let Derek's story be your ignition. Roll up your sleeves, dig in, one bolt, one spark, one step at a time. Derek Bieri isn't your average car guy. He doesn't just restore old vehicles, he resurrects them. On his YouTube channel, ViceGrip Garage, he takes cars that sat dead for decades and turns them into road warriors once again. Take his 2022 video where he revived a car that hadn't moved in over 20 years. It pulled in over 3.5 million views. Or the time he took a battered 1970s Chevy Monza and brought it back from the brink with grit instead of money. From barn finds to rust buckets, Derek proves you don't need a fortune to build something unforgettable, just resourcefulness and heart. A fan-favorite series is his car rescues. He hunts down long-abandoned vehicles, like the 1968 Buick LeSabre he revived in 2021, and gives them new life. His content isn't about perfection. It's about problem-solving, second chances, and the thrill of the unknown. His audience? A diverse crowd ranging from gearheads to dreamers, mostly aged 18 to 45. From the US and beyond, they come for the cars, but stay for the story. Derek's mix of humor, humility, and honesty keeps them coming back and turning their own ideas into action. Derek's story starts far from the spotlight, in Minot, North Dakota, where life was simple but tough. Raised on a farm, he learned early that when things broke, you fixed them. No manuals, no fancy tools, just ingenuity and persistence. His father and grandfather taught him to make do, to solve problems hands-on, and to never give up. By his teens, Derek was welding, restoring, and reviving vehicles like it was second nature. Not from formal training, but from long nights in cold garages, trial by fire, and a love for the challenge. But life pulled him in another direction. For years, Derek wore suits instead of shop rags. He climbed the corporate ladder, held cushy titles, and lived what many would call the dream. But he was restless. Evenings weren't for Netflix. They were for the garage, for turning wrenches and chasing that spark that boardrooms couldn't offer. In 2018, he made the leap. He left the safety of his job and picked up a camera, capturing the raw, real process of resurrecting cars most people had given up on. No filters, no fake drama, just one man, a tool set, and a dream. His breakout video, the restoration of a battered 1969 Camaro Z/28, was a game changer. It wasn't perfect, that's why people loved it. The mistakes were real, the triumphs felt earned, and suddenly, ViceGrip Garage wasn't just a YouTube channel, it was a movement. Today, Derek is more than a car guy with a camera. He's a symbol of what's possible when you chase what you love, even when the path looks messy. Born May 16, 1984, Derek hit 40 in 2024, with a lifetime of lessons under his belt. His upbringing on the North Dakota farmland shaped everything: the DIY mindset, the down-to-earth humor, the belief that nothing is too broken to fix. Those values shine in every video. His breakout video, the restoration of a battered 1969 Camaro Z/28, was a game changer. It wasn't perfect. That's why people loved it. The mistakes were real. The triumphs felt earned. And suddenly, ViceGrip Garage wasn't just a YouTube channel, it was a movement. Derek Bieri is more than just a car guy with a camera. He's a symbol of chasing your passion, no matter how messy the path. Born on May 16, 1984, in North Dakota, his DIY mindset and belief that nothing is too broken to fix shine through in every video. His family, especially his wife Jessica and son Bentley, are his foundation. Jessica keeps the operation running smoothly, while Bentley, already a rising YouTuber, carries the family's passion for mechanics into the next generation. But what truly sets the Bieri family apart is their approach to building, both cars and memories. They're not chasing views, they're building tradition. Their journey is refreshingly raw, showing us that the best builds are made with meaning, not just metal. For Derek, success isn't about luxury or fame. It's about the satisfaction of honest work, saving what others have given up on, and doing it on his own terms. His success is built on integrity and community, proving that true wealth comes from doing what you love and staying grounded. Derek Bieri is redefining success, showing us that it's not about fame or fortune, it's about impact. His journey isn't measured in likes or luxury, but in the moments that matter. A stubborn engine finally starting, a father teaching his son, and a legacy being built one wrench turn at a time. But it wasn't always easy. Derek faced months of struggle, slow channel growth, mounting bills, and moments of doubt. There were times he wondered if leaving a stable job was a mistake. Yet, through every breakdown, whether mechanical or mental, he persisted. For Derek, the mission wasn't about perfection, it was about persistence. Among the challenges, rumors flared up, like the playful lawsuit comment that spiraled out of control, but that quickly faded. More seriously, Derek's carburetor was stolen, a personal violation. Yet, his community rallied around him, raising a $55,000 reward. The outpouring of support showed the deep bond between Derek and his followers, one built on trust and friendship. Derek's journey is proof that success is about resilience, impact, and the community you build along the way. Through it all, Derek never lost sight of what mattered most: family, craft, and legacy. His wife, Jessica, played a vital behind-the-scenes role, keeping ViceGrip Garage running smoothly. Together, they raised their children in the garage, where Derek passed down more than just mechanical skills, but a mindset of learning, fixing, and creating. Then came the challenge that would define his career: a 1979 Fox body Mustang, left to rot in a Kentucky barn for over 2 decades. With a snowstorm closing in and only one day to make it run, Derek faced an uphill battle. The car was a mess: seized parts, rusted bolts, and a broken fuel system. But Derek didn't give up. Through freezing temperatures and setbacks, he pushed forward, finally getting the engine to roar back to life. This wasn't just about fixing a car. It was about resilience, determination, and proving that nothing is beyond repair. That moment became a symbol of Derek's commitment to his craft, family, and legacy. Derek's journey shows that true success isn't about fame or fortune, but the impact you make and the legacy you leave. What do you think of Derek's story? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more garage adventures.